Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's tutorial, which will be coming up in just a moment because it's already been pre-recorded. But I just wanted to jump on first just to let you know this is back in stock, the Trellis Editions die set that teams up with the Geometric Terrarium die set. I'll pop a photo here on what this one makes as a standalone item, and when it's teamed up with the Trellis Editions, it makes this beautiful lantern here. So I've had this on my shelf the last few years. It's got a bit dusty, but overall it has stood up really well to the test of time. I've even put it away in boxes for Christmas time, and it's come back out again in January. So I've also added some lights inside there as well. So I absolutely love this one. I always get compliments with this one on my shelf whenever I have visitors around. People notice it. So again, this is available as a bundle, and everything in the tutorial will be listed down below in the description box. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so let's start off with the cutting guide. You need 5 of those hollow hexagons, 5 of those stretched out hexagons, 1 with a solid base, and then we have a choice of trellis dies here, but you basically need a trellis die for each of those other shapes that you have cut out. So I've done a little selection here of all of them. So we're going to be starting off with adding our trellis dies on top of those frames. So there's 2 different ways that you can do this. You can pop them over the top, or as you'll see in a moment, I stick it underneath. It's up to you which way that you'd like to do it, but for this video I'm going to be popping them over the top, just simply with a bit of glue around the frame. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm not going to add the trellis dies just yet. Well, I am now, but there is an orientation to these hexagons, and I don't really want to put any on sideways. There is a pattern direction on those, so if you take note of where I have popped those tabs, you can easily see the tabs because I have the red tape on there already. That is the direction of it being upright. So now I know which way to pop my trellis dies on, and I'm going to pop them on in exactly the same way. I'm going to pop them on with a bit of glue straight over the top. Okay, now for assembly. Now this is quite important, so take a note, take a screenshot, or pause this at the right point. If you take a note of where all of those tabs are and where I am popping them on, that is the basic shape that I'm going to do all the way around. So bear in mind where I've got all of those tabs, and I'm going to do the same all the way around. If you get a tab on in the wrong place, you may have to try and undo it and add it in the right place. But as I said before, pause this at the end and you will see where all of the tabs are, and that is the correct way to add them on. So to start off with, I'm literally just going to pop on all of the little hexagons on first and work my way around, and then I'll be popping on the top section after this round. Okay, so this will be a good place to screenshot that. And now we're going to start working on the next layer. So as you can see, it's really hard to see once it's all splayed out and flat, but once you start to put this together in a 3D sort of way, you will see that there is a place there for each tab as everything sticks together. But it will all come together once you get all of the sticky backings off, and then start assembling and finishing off the lantern. Okay, so this is what it should look like once it's popped together. It's too big for me to catch on film, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking off all of the rest of the backings now from that paper. Use a pokey tool if you're having trouble, that will speed things up a little bit. So once you've got all of those backings up or off, then you can start assembling. So I'm starting with the hexagons at the bottom, and I'm going following that line up right up to the tip of the lantern, and just keep going round until you have it all assembled. So I'm just popping in the last panel now. This would be a great time to add lights or wire lights if you want to have those added, but it looks stunning with or without them. So this is the geometric terrarium with the additions. I just love how stunning this looks on the shelf, and everything that I've used is listed down below, and I'll see you again next time.